Alright, I mentioned in my last video that we were going to install a new rear trailing arm crossmember on project shor10. So as you can see, here's the old one. It's riveted in. How you cut out all these rivets is I like to use a cutoff wheel, put next to them, and then beat them out with an air chisel. The new one here, the main reason I'm doing it is because of these exhaust holes, because I want to run my exhaust through the trailing arm crossmember. And the other thing that's important to tell, so you can see where they bolt. It bolts to the side of the frame versus top and bottom. I'm actually not going to be installing trailing arms on my truck now, so this is really just going to be a frame stiffener and a place to hold the frame together and run my exhaust through. Now with that, first order of business is to get the body off my frame and get started cutting holes. Okay, step one is you drill out the front holes to 1/2 inch, and then we'll use that to mark the rest of the holes, and we'll line them all up because they're a little bit different than factory. With the front bolts loosely in place, I'm going to use them as a guide to drill out the rear holes, because as you can see, they don't quite line up. Okay, now that I have the front drills holed and everything bolted in somewhat snugly, I can install the brackets for the side mounts. Now, these are supposed to go in front, but as you can see, because I have the short bed C10 motor mounts, they would actually hit that bottom bolt. So I don't really see any issue with putting them back here. So I'm going to bolt these things up, align them, and start drilling holes. One trick that you can do to line up these holes is actually use your 1/2 inch bit just to mark it. So I see how this is slotted. I'm going to mark it with my 1/2 inch drill. And see, that's going to be my mark there. Now I know that'll be perfectly centered. And then I'm going to step down to a 1/4, 5/16, 3/8, then drill it out to a 1/2 inch. All right, I got all the holes drilled and everything fit checked. Now you can see what it's going to look like, which you probably could see before. But it's a fairly clean install. I'm going to remove this and then take it off, throw some paint on it, and then I'll do a final assembly. All right, a quick coat of paint on her, and she actually looks pretty good in there, and our install is complete. Pretty excited about that. That looks nice. And it went in pretty good, pretty easy. Again, this is an all-American billet C10 trailing arm crossmember. Now our next step is going to be to put the cab back on the chassis and get onto some body work. However, while I have everyone here, I want to show the box I made. This is actually a chunk of frame I cut out and re-welded the box section that I cut. As you can see, I cut a 45-degree angle into the frame. I cut 12 inches out here, and I cut 8 inches off the back, and then I boxed across the welds from the top and the bottom of the frame rails. Should be nice and strong, and we'll also make it the same factory dimensions as the short bed. Hello everybody, I hope you liked our install the rear trailing arm crossmember support on project shor10. Now everyone, if you're interested in wanting to see more projects like this one or more of the content that I'm going to continue to create, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button, and look forward to making more content. Enjoy.